all the drivers in New York City a massive shout out for taking their protest, them speaking up to the streets. They formed convoys, and they are standing up against these high gas prices, and we need to hit hard. So the second set of protests are being organized right now. We're looking at possible dates of Cinco de Mayo. Kimberly's in the house. Kimberly Kingston, welcome you all. And what we're going to do this time around, let's just have this gentleman speak here. Let's just hear him out for a second, right?
It's outrageous because you guys know that, like 3 years ago, the gas was almost $2. Now it's almost $4.55 and sometimes even $5.
I hear you, brother.
That's a big expense. That's how being diluting our buying power. We need help. We need help, and we're demanding for rights.
So Uber and Lyft and the companies are not helping. They're not stepping up. In fact, if you look at TechCrunch, which is a very, very respected outlet, they say Uber and Lyft drivers say fuel surcharge is an insult to drivers. And my friend Harry Campbell, who I respect dearly, a very good friend, a pioneer in this field, he ran some polls and they announced the numbers, which I'm going to read to you. They made headlines here with this poll, interviewing drivers about the aches and pains at the pump, right? Now, the companies want to ignore this, right? Shutting their ears. No, we can't see the issue. We don't want to hear about it. We don't want to talk about it, right? That's their sort of go-to strategy each time you go out and you protest. They just they're hoping it'll go away. No, it's not going to go away, Dara Khosrowshahi. No, it's not going to go away, Logan Green. No, it's not going to go away, Tony West, Nelson Chai, Lindsay Llewellyn, Logan Green, Tony Zhu, whatever your frickin' names are, it's not going away. And we're going to be louder. And this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to announce that a couple of organizations are going to team up with me, and we are going to organize convoys, city convoys all around the world. We're going to have hundreds and hundreds of cities participating. If you are from a particular city, let's say you're from Nashville, Tennessee, or let's say you're from Miami, think about Phoenix Myers in the house. Thank you so much. I tweeted you some stuff. I got the Display Pro working now, and I'm also ready to protest. Fantastic. So what we're going to do is that we're going to take this to all the cities. We're going to form convoys. We are actually setting up a website, and city by city, the route that you can participate, that you can join the convoy, you can glue stickers, whatever you want on your car. We will most likely be providing a lot of material as well. Super proud to announce, I spoke to the local co-op group. They were in Canada and Dubai yesterday. We all hooked up. They are going to come in with their muscle to support this protest. Edward Escobar says he's in. He wants the companies to treat the workers as proper independent contractors, not as this wishy-washy misclassification. We need to fight these high gas prices. We need to stand for more safety. And they don't want to listen yet, so we're going to have to slap them down and cost them. So the best way to do this, and what's really, really working and getting the media's attention, they love these convoys. We are going to do convoys in all the major cities, big and small, my friend, right? And we're going to have a website where we're going to announce the city, the starting time, the meeting place of that convoy, and the route. And if you guys want to leave a comment below, hey, I'm from this particular city, I suggest this route, something that's 10-15 minutes long, a route, high impact, a lot of traffic, where we can crawl through the streets, city by city, worldwide, and we'll have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of convoys. It's not just going to be like a once-off convoy that they just did the other day in Vegas, or a once-off convoy that they did in New York City. No, I'm going to start organizing with these various groups, and with the assistance of the local driver co-op. I'll leave their link below. Go and join there. We're going to hit them hard. We're going to get several sponsors on board. We're going to have a website where you can go and say, oh, that's my city. The convoy is meeting there. It starts at that time. It ends at that time. And we will be calling the media down to all of these city convoys, right? This is going to be massive. The first time I organized St. Patrick's Day, I let you guys speak. You chose St. Patrick's Day. We acted quickly. We hit them hard in the media. We sent them a powerful warning. Step up your safety measures, step up the gas assistance. They didn't want to listen, and now we're going to hit them ultra hard. So from this day on again, we're going to be organizing. Most likely it'll be Cinco de Mayo, right? Like I said, anybody that I will hire a mariachi band, and if people want to march into the Uber headquarters with me with the sombreros, I'm all in. We'll call the media to San Francisco. I'll go to San Francisco on Cinco de Mayo if need be. I'll wait. Yeah, and Dara the pig just made $20 million, 63% more than he did last year, and he cut everybody else. For example, Tony West just made 40% less than he did. So he's cutting everybody else, but he's giving himself a 63% increase. On our backs, folks. I have videos coming out about it, on our backs. And we've had enough. So we're going to hit them really, really hard. This is going to be classified as a protest. Not necessarily a strike, but a protest. We want them to step it up for essential workers, right? You know, not precarious workers. Misclassification of these ICs, the highest gas prices, the inflation, future of work, AI, automation, self-driving. We're going to bring in everyone, truckers, you name it. We are going to form convoys city by city, right? That's going to get their attention. That will get their attention, right? When we notify, have a little bit of more time to plan this now, but we're going to hit them ultra hard in May. And I think it's going to be Cinco de Mayo, right? So we'll get the media pumped up. We will launch the website thanks to local driver co-op. They're going to put their weight behind us. We're going to announce all the cities again, when the convoy starts, where you can join it, the starting point, the end point, and we're going to call the media down to that location. So putting banners or sheets on your car that you hang out the windows with big letters. We're going to highlight on the website all the big, powerful points that we are protesting over, city by city, no matter how big or how small. So if you want to make a suggestion, hey, in Pittsburgh, I suggest this route, high impact this time, right? In Vegas, I suggest this route, this time. And let's keep these convoys down to about 10, 15 minutes of driving time, right? We don't want to piss the public off too much. Yeah, we are going to slow down. We are going to occupy the streets, but we're there to make a statement, city by city, and that is you are not treating us as proper ICs. You are not stepping up on safety. You're failing us, right? I don't know if you guys saw the video. I'm sorry, but I have to play this because it's just shocking beyond. It's just beyond shocking that and apparently the footage is on the actual website, my friends. Apparently the footage of this.
We're following breaking news tonight after a hearing was just held for a man who's charged with killing a local Uber driver. Megan Schiller reported. We have the dash cam video that was shown in court today. We do want to warn you, some of the images are disturbing. This entire video is over 20 minutes in length. As you can see, the suspect, Calvin Crew,
He shot her in the back of her head.
right at the driver, Christy Spacuzza. She grabs the gun and lets go before putting her hand up. Crew is facing homicide charges in Spacuzza's death. Police say he left her body on the side of the road in Monroeville. We've been following this story from the start. For the latest information and this new video, head to kdka.com.
kdka.com, kdka.com. You can watch the whole video. It's 20 minutes. It's awful, right? And this is why we're standing up. We don't want these type of people in our cars anymore. And we will organize. Dara, listen up. Listen up. I know that you get my videos. I know that they relay the news to you or to your legal teams. I know that for a fact. We are doing a worldwide protest, city by city. Every city that Uber and Lyft operates in, we will be there. And DoorDashers, Instacart, whoever wants to join into this convoy, we will have starting times in the city, the route that's going to be driven, and we will call the TV and the media to every little city, every big major city, every metropolitan city. We are going to make such insane noise. It's going to be sending shockwaves to San Francisco. All of those companies are there. DoorDash, Instacart, Uber, Lyft. They are going to have the worst day ever because city by city, these convoys are going to be on the news. I am organizing it. I am working with multiple different organizations. I got the full cooperation of the local driver co-op. They're going to come on board, put the cities up, the website up. This is going to be organized and we're going to hit them hard. Now, thanks to Harry, he got this article into the news, Fighting for Drivers. Nearly half of Uber and Lyft drivers in the United States have quit or are driving less due to high gas prices caused by Russia's war in Ukraine, despite temporary fuel surcharges added to fares by those ride-hailing companies, according to a survey shared with TechCrunch. 43% of Uber and Lyft drivers still say they're driving less or have quit completely despite the new fuel surcharges. Harry Campbell, founder and CEO of the rideshare guy RSG, the link will be below, a blog and podcast dedicated to helping rideshare drivers earn more money and stay on top of industry news, told TechCrunch. This compares to 53% of drivers who said the same before the fuel surcharges were announced. It's an insult. And they don't want to listen, and they don't want to pay us properly, and they don't want to do anything about the high gas prices. They'd rather ignore, they'd rather turn their heads, they'd rather close the ears. But we have to bring it to the attention with another worldwide protest, and we shall, and it will happen, my friends, right? So Harry says here, the rideshare guy originally polled drivers on how they felt about the rising gas prices, collecting 325 responses from Uber and Lyft drivers between March the 7th and March the 11th via email and social media. When the surcharges were announced in mid-March, a fee of 45 cents to 55 cents per ride for Uber and 55 cents for Lyft customers to go directly to the drivers, RSG sent out another poll between March 22 and March 24, this time collecting 252 responses. Many drivers say that the fuel surcharges are not enough and they would have preferred to see a per mile surcharge to account for the increased fuel expenditure on long trips instead of a flat fee, said Campbell. A Lyft driver in Orlando, Florida, told TechCrunch the 55 cents per trip surcharge is an insult to drivers. Patetico, right? It's hard to calculate the average rides per driver per day, but to put the fuel surcharges in perspective, if a driver averages 15 fares per day, they will get an additional $8.25 per day. And the 55 cents surcharge rate, at the 55 cents surcharge rate. The average price of gas in the United States is $4.24. Bring that to me. I'm paying $6.20 right now as of Monday, according to data from American Automobile Association. A year ago, the average was $2.85. Both Uber and Lyft saw a year-over-year increase in revenue from 2020 to 2021, which both have said is in part thanks to increased trips to airports as post-pandemic travel increases. Airport trips are good for drivers, are good drivers of revenue growth because they are typically longer and therefore cost more. However, it is exactly trips like these that drivers say require more than a standard 55-cent surcharge. Driver Angela Ryan, who shared with RSG that she stopped driving entirely due to the high gas prices, suggests Uber and Lyft implement a fluctuating surcharge. That is what I said to the Sacramento newspaper, a fluctuating surcharge, one that's smaller for shorter trips and larger for longer rides, or ones that are more labor and gas intensive. For example, an additional surcharge for rides where drivers have to carry luggage, groceries, or anything else that adds weight to the car, or rides that require driving up hilly or mountainous neighborhoods, which would expend more gas. Now, here, David V says, I say we send a convoy to Dara's house in Venice and invite the media on 5 at Cinco de Mayo. I'm all in on that, right? So if you guys can post, where do you think the convoy should take place? Mention the city, at what time, highest impact, right? And what route you are suggesting. 1 second here, I got a call. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hi, how can I help you?
My name is my name is Chris, and right now I'm in California. So I watch your YouTube, sir. And my question is like, my Uber account is deactivated. So like, can you help me to reactivate the account?
Where are you calling from?
Sorry.
Where are you calling from? What city?
Oh, actually, like I'm calling from San Francisco, California. Like I used to drive Uber in 2019 in New York City.
Okay.
And my Uber was being deactivated, like because of the selfie. Like I was like doing Uber Eats, like my Uber account, like at the time, got deactivated.
Okay. I will. I'm on another video feed right now. What I'll do is I'll send you my email, and you can send me a declaration of what happened. Then I can help you. Okay. I'm just busy right now. I'll call you back. Thank you. So, you know, when I see 415. I always answer because that's San Francisco. Maybe those guys want to call in. You're welcome to call in, Dara. You're welcome to call in Logan Green. You're welcome to call in Tony Zhu. If you want to ring, if a 415 number rings right now, I will answer it. Probably then, right? But be ready because we are going to have convoys worldwide, city by city, in every single city that Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and these other companies operate in. We will organize a convoy, and it'll be announced on the website, right? So we really should be compensated more with rising prices of gas and the lack of tips, because the riders have no idea of all the extra fees which come out of our bottom line, said Ryan. I will not be driving until better help is offered or prices go down. It is just not an income. It's a negative right now. Well, Uber and Lyft have diversified the revenue streams, with Uber increasingly focusing on freight. Nashville, let us know, Nashville, what do you suggest as a convoy route and a starting time, right? We are going to do that. I mean, these are going to be 10 to 30 minute convoys. All we want to do is show the city, show the media, show the newspapers that we are in solidarity, that we are sick and tired of the abuse. We are sick and tired of the poor assistance when it comes to gas. We are sick and tired of the pathetic safety that they offer in the apps. I mean, I just showed you the footage of the guy that shot the lady who had 4 children in the back of the head. We are sick and tired of that, Dara. We are sick and tired of it, Logan. We are sick and tired of that, Tony Zhu. this doesn't fly. And you guys can turn around and ignore the issue. We are going to bring the issue to your headquarters, loud and clear. So they didn't want to listen on St. Patrick's Day. We are going to make them listen this time, right? Because this is going to be the largest thing ever organized. Can you just imagine, city by city, 600 cities, right? Convoys that'll shut the traffic down. We'll have all the banners, the posters in the car, and that the media can see, oh, this is why these people are protesting. We get it, right? So shout out if you're all in on a convoy worldwide, here in the United States and abroad. Shout out if you think this is a brilliant idea. Organized in all cities, convoys, boom, right? And they might not all be at the same time. Obviously, there's time differences. City by city, Europe to United States is maybe 8-9 hours. So we will announce exactly in what city, at what location the convoy starts and where it ends, right? Mark says it's a great idea. I think so too. And I love the fact that the local driver co-op, I mean, I was talking to them in Dubai, I was talking to them in Toronto, and all of the guys, Rideshare Professor, we support you. We are going to put our entire enterprise, our energy, our people behind this. Whatever it takes, we will stand with you. And there are many organizations like Rideshare Drivers United. I invite in all of those organizations to stand in solidarity. We will put your logos on. If you are in, we'll put your logos on the website. We'll give you credit, right? We'll give the links if people want to sign up with you, whether you're the Mobile Workers Alliance, the RDU, Rideshare Drivers United. We will make this a massive, massive group effort, right? And it's going to send shockwaves to San Francisco. I remember when I was in the building in South Africa on the 8th floor, and they bombed and they killed everybody on the 1st and 2nd floor. I was in the building. It sent shockwaves up the elevator through the entire building. All the glass blew out into the street. All of our soldiers were down on the ground. I'm telling you, we're going to send the same type of shockwaves. Now, we're not going to blow up the building. No, we're not going to do that. Don't worry, Uber. What we are going to do is we are going to send shockwaves through the media. We're going to send shockwaves through the newspapers. We are going to send shockwaves through social media. How are we going to do this? City by city convoys, all on the same date. And you tell me those shockwaves from Berlin, from Sydney, from Toronto, from Miami, from New York, from Salt Lake City, you tell me that those shockwaves ain't going to reach the headquarters. They will hit very, very clearly through the media, right? So it's going to be great. We're going to have fun, and we're going to punish them this time, right? We're going to punish them because they do not want to listen, right? We have to force them to their knees until they understand what we are fighting for, right? And we are going to be relentless. We are not going to stop protesting until we get our needs met, until they have met the safety standards, until they have offered proper assistance, until they pay us correctly, right? We are not going to stop. And let that be a warning to you CEOs. It's very easy to organize this. It takes a couple of smart heads that collaborate and know people that know people that know companies, and suddenly you have a massive, massive shockwave coming your way. So buckle up over there in your CEO expensive suites with your $20 million salaries. Buckle up, because we're going to come hard at you through the media and social media. I can promise you that. With the people that have said they will participate, I know these individuals, I know how much money they have, I know what type of engineers and programmers they have. We can do a lot. Believe me, we can do a lot with a small budget. We don't need those billions to reach millions, right? Again, we don't need your billions to reach millions. We will reach millions with a small budget. We'll show you how. It's called guerrilla marketing. It's called people standing in solidarity and fighting for their rights, what they deserve. They're fighting for what they deserve. better pay, better safety, and more assistance at the gas pump, right? Very, very simple. So this is something Uber Standard understands, although it has cost the company in the past. Last April, Uber launched a 250 million stimulus package to incentivize drivers back onto the app after the pandemic saw drivers leaving in droves. When Lyft reported in 2021 earnings in early February, CEO Logan Green said the company had sustained driver recovery in the fourth quarter, with active drivers hitting a new pandemic high that the company expected to maintain despite the Omicron variant. That was obviously before the gas prices shot up. Although Lyft told TechCrunch it hasn't seen a decline in the number of drivers. Bullshit, Logan Green. You have. You're just not admitting to it, right? Uber also said it has not seen a decrease. Bullshit. There is a massive decrease. That's why you're joining the taxi organizations in New York and San Francisco, right? The writing's on the wall. You don't have the drivers, so stop lying about it, right? Why are you crying for the help of the taxis that you try to drive out of business, right? You couldn't destroy them, so now you're joining them. The writing's on the wall. You need drivers. We're not stupid. Don't try and fool the media. Don't put false declarations into the media, because we are not stupid. We see straight through you, right? And because we see straight through you, it's so easy to expose you. The survey results show that the surcharges have brought some drivers back. At least before the surcharges, 36% of the drivers said they were driving the same amount, whereas after the surcharges, that number jumped to 43%. After the surcharges, 30% and 13% said they were driving less or quit because of gas prices, respectively, compared to 38 and 15% before. Where do we get these percentages from? Thanks to Harry Campbell for his awesome polls. Keep those polls coming, Harry. We see that Uber drivers were slightly happier overall with the surcharges compared to Lyft drivers, which is interesting because the surcharges were comparable, and Lyft also added an additional cashback opportunities on gas purchase for those drivers using the Lyft debit card, said Campbell, referring to Lyft's initiative to give United States drivers with a Lyft direct debit card an increased 4 to 5% cashback on gas through June the 30th. That's temporary assistance, as they call it, right? However, generally drivers don't appear to be happy with the surcharge. The survey found 39% of Uber drivers and 42% of Lyft drivers said they were not satisfied with the fuel surcharge. Only 28% of drivers were satisfied, which 28% would be satisfied for over 55 cents. Which stupid 28% would say that they are satisfied with 55 cents? Show me. Why don't you own up? You are happy with 28%, right? That's less than 1/3 is happy with a 55-cent surcharge. Give me a frickin' break, man. Many drivers asked what took so long. Why did Uber and then Lyft delay their announcements and then delay implementation when this problem had been fermenting for several weeks, said Campbell. Others said the additional fuel surcharge doesn't do enough to make a difference. Some cited inflation rising faster than what this fuel surcharge covers. Others stated it doesn't cover the increase in gas in their cities. Christopher Patrick said he hadn't changed his driving habits but doesn't expect fuel prices to come down. Reducing Uber and Lyft's take as the TNC or increasing the per mile time compensation are longer term requirements to maintain the available drivers in these high inflation times, said Patrick. Now, New York took to the streets in a big way. They did these convoys, right? New York City Uber drivers on Tuesday, caravan. So we call it a convoy or a caravan. They caravanned across the Brooklyn Bridge, and we're going to ask you to do the same in May, and we're going to ask all cities around the world to follow what these New York drivers did in Brooklyn. And the other day on St. Patrick's Day, the Vegas drivers did these caravans or these convoys as well. So we're going to have a website with all the 600 cities, where the convoys take place, where they start, where they end, and at what time they start, right? So city by city, you can look up, oh, I'm in Nashville, let me go and check. Oh, interesting, convoy starts at that time. It goes from there to there. So we're going to be collecting all of that data. I'm going to be working with the local driver co-op and a couple of organizations, and we're going to club them so freaking hard in May that it's going to send shockwaves, right? Shockwaves to San Francisco. The national average for a gallon of gas was $4.24. Before, I used to fill up my tank for $50. Now it's $70. So protesting for hire drivers told the Post they have given up on help from the city and hope Uber itself will step up and provide them with relief. So honk, gas prices are killing our income surcharge now, right? So there you go. This is what we're going to do city by city. We're going to get those convoys out, and we are going to shake, rattle, and roll, my friends. We got 55 people in the house. Smash the like button. It looks like this. Let's get it up to 55. I want to hit the road soon. Let me just see. I got a lot of calls coming through. 1 second. Let me just, this guy is being a little bit annoying. Let me just tell him. Okay, all right, he's texted me. Sorry about that. So thumbs up there. We're on 47, thank you. Let's get it up to 50. And Dylan Gannon's in the house. Sounds kind of fun to drive in a convoy. Dylan, it's going to be fun, right? Convoy, or caravan as you can call it, city by city. This is what gets the media's attention, right? We will send the local TV stations down there, the reporters, and then they can meet the convoys. No ride streaks on Lyft, says Yellow Rose, Texas. Larry Demko's in the house. 55 cents is a joke. Yes, it is. It took 45 minutes from a call to pickup, said Mark Maracchini. CARAVANS says not only that, but Uber's algorithm when it comes to the surges on the map is a joke. So we'll protest that as well. Jake says Uber hurry, driver here for surge. Me, I drive, surge gone when I get there. Keystone Tech is in the house. Shout out to Keystone Tech. JRDINGIXX agreed. Everyone should stop driving. That's the only way we will see something. Pastor Anthony, okay, and afterwards a drivers union will be formed. I love it. Lion Martinis Bucks says, please share to the news. We will stop driving. Janine's in the house. Jay Bowles is in the house. He's from De Watson. Please, Leonardo Espinal's in the house. Please send us the city and what caravan or what convoy route you suggest. From there to there, just write down the streets in the comments box, the best time with the highest impact. Phoenix Mayors, it's not 55 cents, it's 40% less than what you account for taxes. Amen. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Right? And Amber Heard's in the house. And Amber says they are taking too much from us. It's time to let them know. And this time it's going to be classified as a protest because we're going to protest multiple issues that they are not addressing, right? And we have to send more powerful shockwaves to San Francisco. So shall it be. Because the one thing they hate is when the media informs the public why we are protesting. So I've done this before. It's one of the first guys to call the first protest a few years ago. I did it again on St. Patrick's Day with a lot of drivers' help. We got a lot of media exposure. And I can assure you, this time, with everybody that wants to participate, with the organizations, with the help of local driver co-op, we are going to protest so freaking loud, it's going to send shockwaves. Shockwaves, right? They will be screaming like little goats. That's the only sound you're going to be hearing from those executive suites in San Francisco, from the Uber headquarters. They're going to be all screaming. You will see. You will see. You will see. You will hear. You will hear. You will hear. You will read. You will read. You will read. And you will watch. And you will watch. And you will watch the 9 o'clock news and the 10 o'clock news and the 11 o'clock news. You little weasels up there in your executive lounges, you're going to be screaming. That's what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. They're going to be crying over there like little babies. We should have addressed this. We should have done something. We should have helped them. But we kept silent. Shame on you for keeping silent. So now we're going to have to shake you awake. Right? Nasir Hurd is in the house. That's how they're going to be screaming. TAL's in the house. Media Nashville says they're taking 60% of the fee. My friends, it's time to tango. We are going to organize, we're going to collaborate, we're going to stand in solidarity, and we're going to have convoys, caravans, whatever you want to call it, convoys, caravans, city by city, driving through the streets, sending shockwaves. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes. David Bowie. We're going to dance. We're going to dance. We can dance if you want to. We can leave your friends behind. So we're going to mix it up. We're going to shake it up. We're on 61 wonderful people. Much love and respect from California to all of you, wherever you may be. Phoenix Mayors, thank you. High five. Great success. I had to cancel an accepted ride for medical emergency oxygen machine malfunction. No as accommodations, they said. Geez, like, they didn't. I mean, this is how they treat drivers? Really? This is how you can't accommodate for those type of needs? It's pathetic. Patetico. All right, my friends. I think I've made myself loud and clear. Again, thank you, Harry, for a fantastic article. Uber and Lyft drivers say fuel surcharges are an insult to drivers. An insult. Esmeralda, I loved what New York did. I absolutely loved what New York did. They stood strong. They went out there over the Brooklyn Bridge. They did a convoy and they got tons and tons of media exposure. Now we're going to put this on steroids. We're going to do this city by city in 600 cities. We're going to have a website and you can read city by city where the convoy or where the caravan takes place, at what time, what the meeting location is. You arrive there with your car, you get in the line, they will organize, you join, you drive, you follow, you honk, and you have your signs in the windows, right? And Jake says stop driver ratings, right? Stop driver ratings. Ratings are only there to manipulate you, to threaten you if your ratings go down, right? They love to do that. They love to use the subliminal threats. So your ratings are going down, or you're going to be kicked off the platform. They just want you to drive and drive and drive and drive and drive and drive and drive. But the problem is they do not want to pay. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay for gas. They don't want to pay a decent per mile, per minute rate. No, what they'd rather do is threaten you through your algorithms. Oh, you're going to get deactivated, little boy or little girl, if you don't follow our rules. If you don't follow our algorithmic rules from the algorithmic bosses, we will punish you. Right? So enough of that. Enough of that little childish behavior over there, Dara. Enough of that childish behavior. Logan Green, John Zimmer, Tony Zhu, Tony West, Nelson Chai, and all you other executive trash members, right? We're done with you, right? And I'm telling you, when we're done, we're going to show you in May, right? So buckle up. May dates will be announced. The website will go up. And then please send your suggestions. What is a high impact route? What time? Something that takes 10 to 30 minutes. Jake, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you we have 55 people in the house. Please like and share. tweet it to these guys, put it on Twitter, put it on Facebook, put the stories out there so that they know the next big protest is coming. And this time we're going to protest over multiple issues that have not been addressed by the companies, right? Just quick recap. They have not addressed safety. They have not addressed gas properly by giving us good surcharges. They haven't addressed the per mile and per minute rate, right? There's just so many things that they have not addressed, right? And we're going to address it for them in May. So I appreciate you all. Shout out from Cali, from my family to yours. Please all stay safe. Got a lot of good videos coming out over the next few days. Check them out. And a huge shout out to Local Driver Co-op. If you haven't, Google them. Local Driver Co-op. Go and join them, right? Because they are going to put their full weight behind this protest. Armand's in the house. Leonardo's in the house. Gilbert's in the house. Lacking safety standards. Amen. Thank you. Armand says, I don't know anything about other drivers in other states, but in Phoenix, Arizona, both companies, they are targeting the drivers. I can tell you one thing about Phoenix drivers. I have a big, massive, loyal following here in my thing. And Phoenix drivers have always shown up. They know how to fight and they stick together. So thank you, Phoenix. In fact, thank you, Arizona. Because whether it's in Tucson, whether it's in Scottsdale, whether it's in Phoenix, those drivers stand strong and they stand for something. They stand up for their rights. So I have tremendous, tremendous respect for my Arizona friends and subscribers. And again, come May, we will have those convoys drive through Scottsdale, Tucson, and Phoenix, etc., right? And we will bring the media back down. Univision, ABC, CBS, Fox, all of them. We will bring them down to the convoys. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting organizing this, but I've been assured I have a lot of help by a lot of different parties this time, right? So, because last time I got to say it was rather exhausting. Go for the tweets, Phoenix Mayors. I love it. Thank you. Tweet it out, tweet it out, tweet it out. Tweet it out. We're going to get Philadelphia popping thanks to Keystone over there. Keystone knows how to make noise. We are going to get Philadelphia popping and rocking. We're going to have such an, and David Singh, thank you. We're going to have such an insane convoy caravan in Philly, right? Philly is going to come through powerful. Vegas has shown us. Everyone has shown us, right? New York has just shown us, right? So we can do these convoys worldwide, my friends. We can do them in Hyderabad, India. We can do them in Bombay. We can do them in Karachi, Pakistan. We can do them everywhere. We can do them in Dubai. We can do them in Cape Town, Johannesburg, Pietermaritzburg, Durban. We can do them in Berlin. We can do them in Hamburg. We can do them in Munich. We can do them in Frankfurt. We can do these convoys everywhere. Every single city that they operate in, we will have a convoy, a caravan ready. We'll have one in Raleigh, right? Raleigh, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Detroit, we're going to have a convoy or a caravan in Detroit. Detroit in the house, in the house. So sick and tired of their just talk, walk, 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 walk. We want action. None of this here, Dara. None of your stupid blah, blah, blah. We want action, action, action. We want action, otherwise we're going to have to slap you away. We want action, otherwise we're going to have to slap you away. We want action, otherwise we're going to have to slap you awake, right? Very simple. You see Will Smith smack Chris Rock on the side of the head? This is what's going to happen with this convoy and the caravan. It's going to slap Logan Green on the side of the head, like Chris Rock, right? What's going to happen with this convoy caravan? It's going to slap Dara on the side of the face. Slap Tony Zoo on the side of the face, right? You're going to have Chris Rock, Will Smith slaps from every single frickin' angle. We're going to come at you. Shock waves, right? And the only thing you're going to hear over them is crying, locking themselves into their executive suites and say, oh my God, all these convoys. They are going to be petrified. They're going to be locking themselves into their executive suites. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun, everyone. All right, now I got to go to gym and join my kid. A little bit of a workout. The old man has to join the young man. Super shout out to my son. My son got accepted into Berkeley. Devastating news. It took me 2 days to just even start thinking straight when I lost my dear friend Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters. I was his personal driver. I was with him several times every week, with his wife, with his kids, with the band, with him. That hit me hard. It hit me really, really hard. But we fight on in the spirit of Taylor Hawkins, in the spirit of his joyful, playful energy, which I'm just going to cherish each day because that's how I know him. This is how we move forward, right? We're good people. We're hard workers, my friends, and we deserve better. We deserve better, right? We've done everything for this company, for these companies, right? We have built these companies. We are paying their supersonic salaries. We deserve better treatment. Not the way they are treating us right now. It's wrong. And if we don't speak up, and if we don't do these convoys and caravans worldwide, they will keep on steamrolling us. They will keep on bullying us through their algorithms, and we are not going to allow that to happen. I will not allow that to happen in this channel. And thank God I have access to a lot of people that are willing to collaborate and join forces so we can get over 600. That's the goal. 600 convoys is what we want to get going on one single day. On one single day, we have the ability to create 600 caravans or 600 convoys, just like they did over Brooklyn Bridge, just like they did on the Las Vegas Strip, on one single day. It'll all be announced on the website, and got great sponsors, great participation, great muscle, people that are not afraid, people that are not afraid to speak up, people that are not afraid to confront the shenanigans of these companies, right? Cannot allow this abuse to continue. Absolutely not. Not on my clock, my friends. Not on my clock. It's not going to happen, right? So we got to speak up, and we got to send shockwaves. And when you send those shockwaves to the headquarters, the only thing you're going to hear, if you listen in, the only thing you're going to hear at those San Francisco headquarters when those guys lock themselves into their rooms is, trust me, they're going to be scared. So love you all, respect you all. Please stay safe. If you're doing food deliveries, 360, know what's going on. Lock your doors. Don't leave your car running, right? Because that's an invitation to steal your car. Have your mace ready. If you have a concealed weapon, great. Make sure you know how to use it. Make sure you know how to shoot through the seat and hurt the person behind you in case they try to knife you or strangle you from the back. We are not going to tolerate this nonsense anymore. I've had enough. I'm sick and tired of this news every single day, right? Every single day. I am so sick and tired of it. And that's why we are going to send shockwaves with these caravans and convoys. Bye, Phoenix Mayors. Bye, everyone. Be safe out there. If you have not yet hit that like button, it looks like this, right? It looks like this. Smash that frickin' thing, as Dustin would always say. Smackovich it. Smash it hard, that like button. There we go, 72. Somebody just hit it. Can we get a 73? Anybody for a 73? Everybody for a 73? Anybody for a 73? Anybody for a, we got a 75. Anybody on the back row? We got a 75. Anybody for a 76? We got a 74. Taken away. Can we add a bit? We got a 75. Can we get a 75? We got a 75. Thank you very much. Anybody in the front row? Anybody in the front row? Give me a 76. Anybody for a 76? Anybody for a 76? Anybody for a 76? 76? 76? 78. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can we get it to 80? Can we get it to 80? Can we get it one more? We got 80. It's going to be 78. Anybody another 78? We got 81. 81. Thank you. See how powerful we are together? Don't forget that. See how powerful we are together? Never forget that, my friends. Have a good day. Please be well. Please be safe. Give your loved ones a hug. Tell them how much you love them, and let's keep on fighting for better conditions. Amen. Thank you all. Strength in numbers. Rideshare King. Strength in numbers. God bless you all. 82. I'm out of here. Going to join my kiddo in the gym at 24-hour fitness. Going to go pump some iron with the little ones. Show them who's boss. And I appreciate you all.